welcome back to my channel. Y'all, please don't kill me. I know it's been a minute, but I had to record this bust down 40-inch curly wig for y'all. And this is a 40-inch 13x6 HD lace full parting 250% density 40-inch Spanish curly wig. Yeah, that was a lot, but it's tea though. So yes, y'all, I decided to make sure that I record this video for YouTube because I know I've been slacking. I know I ain't been posting, but I did do this 40-inch Spanish curly bust down for my birthday. I just, it just passed. It was on March 14th. So happy belated birthday to me and anybody else out there whose birthday did pass this month of March. I hope you enjoyed yours because yeah, I didn't really too much enjoy mine. The only thing I enjoyed about my birthday was that my hair was tea and I took cute pictures. That's about it. But nevertheless, let's get into let's get into this wig. Okay, do y'all see it? Tea. I bleach, plug, and dyed this wig black. I didn't dye it jet black. I just dyed it regular black using 4 boxes of that Revlon because jet black was sold out. But do y'all see the hairline in the lace? Like, one thing about it, quality costs. And yes, my wig is $40 inch dollars. Wow, I can't talk today. What is going on? So yes, my wig is 40 inches long, and you do not have to get a 40-inch wig. I have 16 to 40 inches, so you could get whatever works best for you in your budget, y'all. But for a lot of people, they was inquiring about this length, and I'm like, listen, baby, quality is not cheap. And with taxes, this wig come on to like $980 something. Hey, I'm sorry, but vendor prices for me as the business owner is not even cheap. So I paid a big check myself, really barely making profit off of sales. Okay, so don't kill me in the comments. Yes, this wig is $983 plus, well, pretty much with tax, but like I said, I do have inches 16 up to 40. You can work in your budget. Also, I do have the pay in 4 option with PayPal on my website, and I will be adding Klarna back to my site very soon. It's just that with Klarna, shipping order is gonna take a little bit longer. That's all I'm gonna say. Okay, so nevertheless, I'm going in with my Lace Melt Extreme. Y'all know I love the Extreme down. Okay, I just like to use this one. But I do have 2 formless, which is the Max and the Extreme. And honestly, both of them is so tea. Slay by Jordan here on YouTube, he uses the Max and he always giving me so much great feedback. He gives me great feedback back from his clients. He be like, they wig be on for a month, it be stuck. Listen, I love the great reviews. I have the girlies on TikTok that have made purchases. They leave me great reviews. Like, I have not received not one bad review since the relaunch, and I love that so bad. Love that. So in honor of that, I will be doing a sale on my website because I think I'm out of stock for the small and medium glues, but I do have some mega size bottle left, and I will be doing a sale for all my mega sizes, okay, until supplies are fully gone. But nevertheless, after I added all 3 layers of my Lace Melt Extreme, now I'm just going in with the original melt belt. If you know, you know, period. And just letting that sit for like 5 or 10 minutes, and then we're gonna come back and cut the extra lace off and get into it. Now I gotta be honest, y'all, doing your own wig, it does, sometimes it's very, very aggravating, and it's a little bit harder, especially because when you install on someone else, they hold one side, you hold the other side, you tie it down. It'd be easier, but when you do it yourself, you really be having to like focus and concentrate, because I feel like it's so much easier for the lace to ripple if you don't take it down properly. So just make sure you're holding it as tight as you can before you place the band on there. That way it don't ripple up. But as y'all can see, I did go and I plucked a lot on this hairline, but once I cut the lace, I definitely will go back in and pluck some more, simply because y'all already know how my hairline is. Low on the sides, kind of high in the middle. So a lot of what I pluck in the middle be having to get cut off, and that's very aggravating. But I do go back in this video, and I will show you as well as me plucking some more. And I just really wanted to go for a super natural hairline. Since I did the last Lagos kind of hairline install, I'm kind of trying to stick to that natural, small widow's peak. I don't want to do it too exaggerated because that's not my natural hairline. So I just try to give myself just a small little widow's peak and just keep it very natural and still try to match my hairline as much as possible. And I just do what works for me. You can always do what works for you, and we just gonna keep it like that. So right now I'm just sectioning off the hair because I'm going to be cutting all of that off. I'm kind of just getting the shape of my hairline and then gonna razor how I pretty much laid the glue. If you paid attention, I laid the glue kind of like a V in the middle, and I just kind of matched the sides of how my hairline flows. And that way, when I cut the lace off, my lace will be applied the same way I applied that glue. So that is a very, very important tip, especially if you are someone who want to try the Lagos hairline. Make sure you lay in the glue in the way that you want your hairline to be shaped. And that's how you do that. So now I'm going in with that eyebrow razor, and I'm going to just start razoring off that extra lace around the hairline, and then I'm going to tighten the back of the wig so it can fit more comfortable. And make sure you guys cut the lace really good from around your ear too, because if you leave too much lace on the sides, you will start to get migraines and headaches from the pressure being applied behind your ears. So make sure that your wig is laying nice and comfortable around your ears as well. But just go in with a fresh razor and cut the lace off in a direction that you kind of want it to flow, which is me matching the way that I applied the lace glue. And as I mentioned, I will end up going back in and plucking the wig out some more in certain areas. So I went ahead and tightened the back of the wig, and now I'm just gonna go in and add glue in those areas that's lifted up, or like underneath or on the edges, and just try to make sure I tack every single thing down. Okay, so I'm just applying that glue right where it needs to be on each of those sides. And once I get that secured all the way down, of course, y'all know we're gonna add a little spray, tie it down. Y'all already know how I go. So let's just get to it. So now that the lace is all tacked down, what I'm just gonna go ahead and do is start to pluck this wig out some more, especially in the areas that look too like full. And I don't want to say over pluck, because you do want to have longevity over your lace units, even though you can always do a frontal replacement, but you should not be needing a frontal replacement on a second install. You get what I'm saying? So pluck to give natural, but don't over pluck to where it looks like your lace is balding and you just got it. So that's the only thing when it comes to super natural hairlines. A lot of hair has to get pulled out of that frontal, depending on how full, or sometimes it's already thin and you just do a little, or sometimes it's pre-plucked, but based on your hairline, you never know how much lace gonna get cut off. So just go and customize to your liking. Plucking on your head does not hurt. You do not feel any thing pulling from your roots or nothing like that. So you can pluck beforehand, and you might have to go back and pluck afterwards while it's already on your head, or some people just like to put their wig on and then pluck it. Whatever works best for you, just know it does not hurt. It is a painless experience. Now for this part of the video, because I am going to be doing like a middle part pushback, I'm going to part my hair down the middle first, just so I can see where my V is, and then in that V area I'm going to pluck out some more. When it comes to plucking your wig, y'all, do not pluck the middle section. Wait till it's on your head and then customize it, because if you pluck too much in the middle, when you try to part your hair, it might be like patched up. You just never know. I'd rather you be safe than sorry. So that's the reason why I waited till the wig was on my head to actually pluck the middle at all. So I didn't do no plucking in the middle because I didn't want my wig to be bald in the center. So now once I make my part, then I could go ahead and pluck more out the side that I need to, because even with the V, you don't want it to be super, super thick. In your widow's peak area, you want it to be as natural as possible without looking too bald. So now that that's all done, I'm just gonna go in with my melting spray. Okay, boy, these things are sold out. We will be restocking on everything, so do not worry, and it won't be a long break. Okay, so now I'm just going in with my melting spray, and at this point, y'all, at my install, which I totally forgot to mention, I did not add no foundation on my lace wig at all. So normally, y'all know how, like, when I do my wigs, I apply the foundation on the inside of the lace. I forgot to mention this in the very beginning. At this point of my install, there is absolutely no foundation on my lace wig, like none. It's foundation on my cap, but there is no foundation on my wig. So lately, like when it comes to doing my own hair, I've been trying to find new little ways to, you know, change up the installation process or make it more natural or just making it last even longer. Like, I've been trying different ways to see how we can get this lace melted with using less product, because honestly, y'all know makeup has came a long way and it has helped wig installs drastically. But sometimes the makeup will stop it from lasting as well. So I'm really thinking about giving lace tint a try again. Like, I've tried it before, then I stop and I go back to makeup. But I don't know. I just want to use less product when it comes to wig installs as far as like foundation, because you already know the same way we clean our skin from dirt and oil and makeup, it's like we clean our skin just to put makeup back on top of it. You get what I'm saying? So just something I'm working on in progress with. But at this point, now for the first time in my install, I'm actually using makeup on the lace. And I'm going to end up going in with a darker shade later on. I just use my actual color for this point. And now I'm just taking some of my OG mousse and just tapping it across the hairline. And then we're going to tie that lace down. So right now I'm combining my mousse and my melting spray to give me the ultimate melt. And once again, everything that I am using can be purchased down below on my website. Make sure you guys check the description box, or here on YouTube, you can see at my store is here on YouTube, and you can purchase the products directly from YouTube through my store. So let's, do what it do. So after letting that melt and dry down for about 10 minutes, because y'all know with mousse, you really got to let it dry, because mousse be taking a long time to dry. But now I'm combing everything out because I want it to be like nice and soft. So I'm just brushing everything out and just trying to playing with it, trying to get it how I want it to flow, as far as like, some being, swooped to the side a little bit, without actually creating physical baby hairs. And what I'm doing with the eyebrow razor is some of the lace that's on the edges, I'm kind of like shaving it down, because I want it to be as, blended and as melted as possible. So sometimes I like to just go on top of the edge and just razor and shave down the lace. It thins it out really good. And sometimes, with HD lace, it be a little stringy and all that, and you could just go ahead and clean all that up. Just shave it right on down. But then I'm going to go ahead and, like I said, brush all of that holding spray and mousse out to make the baby hair soft. Not baby hairs, but you know, the hairline soft. And then I'm going to go back into part of my hair down the middle and going in with my wax stick and my hot tools and just getting everything nice and sleek. And get into the lace, no baby hairs, trying to keep it nice and neat, okay? Trying to keep it nice and soft and natural. So now what I'm going to do is, like I mentioned, part this hair down the middle, sleek it up. And then I'm also going to be going in with some darker foundation later on in my level 16 palette, but the lightest color in that 16. And I'm just going to tap a little more foundation across the lace towards the end. So for now, I'm just going to get this middle part bust down sleek and yeah, neat.
And packaging in a one night for shows. I'm juggling flow like the ocean. Port I'm paddling. Shout out Bella, that's my bro, my family. Frozen trace. When it comes to money, I did concentrate. But I tell you straight, you are not my mate. If you become a I be head of state. For my people, then go say, I know one buy, I know one die, I know one payment. I want enjoy, I want job life, I want buy motor, I want build house. I still want to know. What's it come?
And one thing about that wax stick and that hot comb, it's going to do what it needs to do every time, okay? Every time. Every single time it's going to do what it needs to do, okay? And y'all, honestly, y'all know I'm a side part girly. I don't really care for the middle parts no more. But I just felt like with this look and how I wanted to dress and, you know, do my pictures, the middle part was going to give for my looks. So now I'm just going in with the foundation and applying it right in the, you know, comb part. And at first I was going to use black spray, but lately I've been feeling like, I don't know. Like I just kind of went back to the basics with my dye pen and just kind of, you know, cleaned the part up using my black dye pen instead of using the, you know, what is it called? Black spray. And like I said, just kind of using, still laying the comb in the middle and just bringing my dye pen to the center. And I'm just going to get as close to that part as possible. And if I have to go back in with concealer to define it again, I will. But just try to get as close up on your part as possible to get it nice and narrow. But not too narrow, but not too wide. So yes, as I mentioned, now we're going in with that level 16 using the darker brown, and I'm taking like a fluffier brush, and y'all see I'm just applying it right on there to just give it, you know, because sometimes it depends on the lighting and the setting that you're in. You might have like a little light, little hue around, but I added that 16 in there using like a fluffier brush to kind of, like a blending brush a little bit, like one of those little eyeshadow brushes or something. But yeah. So now that the parting is done, it's time to get this hair wet up. But yeah, showing y'all the hairline real quick. And now I have my little diamond little headband pushback, and I was just testing it out to see where I wanted to sit, and I was gonna put it back a little bit. And once I got it where I wanted it to sit, I just gonna take some, you know, 2 bobby pins and just bobby pin it down on the side so it does not move. And then I'm going to wet the hair up and show y'all the final look. So we almost to the end, y'all. And the only thing that I'm using in my spray bottle is just water at this point. I'm not using no mousse, no silicone, no conditioner, no nothing, just water. So I'm just gonna wet this wig up and, you know, brush it out so I can get the full true length, and boom. The girl is giving, can't even lie. Yes, come on, 40 in Spanish. Curly, bust it down. Y'all, behind the scenes, baby, I've been eating good, working out, walking 3 miles a day, baby. I had got my body slim just the way I wanted it for my birthday. I literally did it in a month, y'all. So listen, I'm still not where I want to be. I still got a little few back rows to, you know, crunch down. But the way I slimmed down just in time for my birthday, just so it could give, I'm so proud of myself. But the wig is wigging. The lace is lacing. The body is bodying. The face is giving. And that's how it should be, period. So thank y'all for watching. And see y'all on the next video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. See y'all later. Bye.